I had to change the steering wheel, or I wanted to change the steering wheel because the leather on my old steering wheel in my Citroën C5 2011 was quite worn out, so I wanted just a new one. So I got this from eBay. It's from an exclusive, so it's all leather, very nice. So it came to me like this, and I couldn't find any description of how to remove the steering wheel on a C5 from 2008 and onwards. This would be called the mkII, I think. So I thought I'd just give you some tips and hints for those of you who'd like to try themselves to do this. It's not too hard if you know what you're doing, but it was quite hard when I just had to try and figure it out as I went along. So the trick is, first of all, you need to remove the different fascia covers under here. That's not too difficult. You'll understand how to do that. It's just a couple of screws and just get them loose. What you need to do then is to get a screwdriver or something similar to that and put underneath here to remove the airbag. You'll see if there's a hole there. It's just one hole. You need to put it straight through there. Let's see if I can find it here for you. Here we go. It's not too difficult, and you see it coming through. If you see, I'm moving it up there, and there are just two clips that, if you see, I pull them together. When I push it just upwards like that, they will push on the. It's very simple actually. It will press on the airbag and release it, okay, in the middle. So the airbag, you just grab the hold on the top of the airbag and pull it outwards firmly, but not too hard. Be careful about that because there's some wires here you need to disconnect. Okay, so just be careful with that. But remember, it's just to put it up here, and you see them coming together quite easily actually. So then you get the airbag out. It's not too difficult. Then you got the airbag out, but remember, before you pull the airbag out or do anything like that, you have to disconnect the battery and wait for approximately 10 minutes to be sure that there's no electricity left in the system that can actually set off the airbag. That would be not a nice thing if you get the explosion from the airbag just in your face. It's not nice, so be careful with that, and it's quite expensive to get a new one. So just remember, disconnect the battery first. Okay, so then you will be at this point, and at this point you will see this in the center, okay, here. That also comes very easily off. You see there's just some Torx there, Torx you need to undo, and it comes off easily. Remember to disconnect the airbag. It's just two plugs. Careful with them, don't mess it up. Just get them off and put the airbag just right there. Now after that you need to undo these screws here in front of the steering wheel, okay? You can see them just on top here. That's after you remove the covers or covers around there. Just undo it, two on the top, okay? Comes easily off, and also one at the bottom if you can see it. I'm not sure. It's just one on the bottom there. You'll find it. It's not difficult. Now and now comes the tricky part that I really struggle with, because there are some cables here. Let's see. These cables, this cable and the other one, just you can see it going up here. They are together. This yellow one comes off easy, just under the steering wheel there, or the covers, comes off easy. Now the other one, that's the tricky part, because the thing is, sorry, I've just tightened the thing is, you have to get, the best thing you can do is, because it's connected behind these, the part here, which has to do with the wipers and the windscreen wiper and the lighting. And what I didn't get it loose actually, so I started pulling this thing, and the whole thing actually almost fell apart, and I had to take the whole thing off. And that's actually what I should have done in the first place. I should have taken the whole thing off. Now I'll show you how to get it off, okay? So just bear with me. Just get the steering wheel off again. It's just to get off. I haven't fastened this actually, so it's easy. We'll see. Sorry for the bad filming here, but I think you'll get the picture. Here we go. Last one. Then it comes off like that. Okay, just so I'll just put it on the side here. Careful not to pull the wires too much. Now there's to get this the whole thing here with a wiper control arm and the light switch arm off. You have to get the whole thing. The plastic thing here has to be removed in one piece. Okay, so the 3 cables. Some of them may be 4, but this wasn't connected to anything in my car anyway. So there are 3 cables there on the back of this one, connected going into on the back side of this whole unit. To get this whole thing off, you just remove these 2 torque screws down here, and then you just have to carefully prise it upwards. That easy. It's not difficult at all. And then the whole thing comes off, and you can just get the wires off the whole thing. And afterwards, you can, when you're doing it, when you're putting it back together, and you just put the wires on before you put the whole unit back on. Okay, so be careful, because I actually managed to damage the whole light switch thing and bits and parts inside here. They are very loose if it's not pressed together, and I had to struggle with putting the pieces back together and finding out how to make that work. And I had to do it several times, because when I thought one thing was working, the other wasn't, and I struggled with that. But that's how you do it, and then just put the whole thing back together, the reverse opposite or the reverse order, and you'll be fine. Nothing more to it than that. Okay, so I hope that was helpful to you. Cheers.